Hey, what's up, fire signs? Today I'll be pulling a card from this deck and a couple of cards from my tarot. So let's see what messages you need to hear today. Universe, ancestors, please give me one card from this deck for the fire signs. What messages do they need to hear today to help bring them peace, strength, courage, guidance, clarity, and any healing they may need? I thank you in advance for your messages. Please give me one card for the fire signs. One card for the fire signs. All right, fire signs. You received the card Mami Wata, which means memory. So let me pull a couple of clarifying cards from this deck to see what that means. Universe, ancestors, please give me 3 cards from this deck for the fire signs and to clarify memory. What messages do they need to hear today to help bring them peace, strength, courage, guidance, clarity, and any healing they may need? I thank you in advance for your messages. Please give me 2 more cards for the fire signs. 2 more cards for the fire signs and to clarify memory. Please give me 1 more card. 1 more card for the fire signs. Universe, ancestors, what other messages do they need to hear today? Please give me 1 more card for the fire signs. 1 more card for the fire signs. Thank you. All right, so give me a couple seconds to feel the energy. All right, fire signs. So you received the card Mommy. I think it's Mommy. Mamai. I'm going to say Mami Wata, which means memory. At this time, your universe and ancestors are letting you know that whether you received a download, a vision, a dream, or some kind of memory from your past, and it feels very real, there's a message in it for you, okay? And it has something to do with whatever happened to your past that made you feel very overwhelmed, emotional, okay? Very emotional. A deep hurt or pain, okay? And you felt trapped. It's also a feeling of, what I'm getting from this card is like, she's like a mermaid, right? She's underwater in the sea. Water represents emotions. So something that was very emotional for you. And then I see the snake wrapped all around her, right? Keeping her tied down, bonded, trapped, right? Something negative, something toxic, something evil, something dangerous, right? So something of that, you're having a memory, flashbacks almost. I'm getting flashbacks, okay? So I feel like maybe a trigger is starting to arise, or something triggered you to think of someone or a situation in the past that hurt you very deeply, in all ways, okay? But then you receive the Hierophant. And in the background, I see it says, our ancestors are the first teachers. Exactly. So the Hierophant card. Your universe and ancestors are letting you know that, yes, you endured a lot of pain, emotional heartache, what have you in the past, but just know that it was to teach you some kind of lesson. You are stronger now than you were before, okay? But just know every step of the way that while you were going through this, your ancestors was there, trying their best to protect you as much as they can, but at the same time, they had to let certain situations go, and you have to walk that path on your own to figure it out yourself. It might have been painful, it might have been hurtful, it might have been scary, whatever, however you felt during your situation. But just know you had to walk that path by yourself, but just know your ancestors were with you 100%. And it was to teach you some kind of lesson, okay? And it might have something to do with the King of Cups, which is a water sign energy, or someone who is acting like a water sign characteristics, okay? This King of Cups is very emotionally stable, okay? So they're very loving, they're very caring, they're very patient and understanding, you know. They express their love in so many ways, but when it comes to their emotions, they might not express it to you 100%. They know how to kind of balance it and hold it within themselves and not show you. So it's kind of like a poker face. So you're always wondering and guessing, what are they thinking? How are they feeling? And so on and so forth. Okay, so it might have something to do in your past regarding a King of Cups, a water sign, possible water sign. But I feel as if you already accomplished everything. You have learned your lesson. This taught you a huge lesson, okay? Because the last card you received is the Six of Wands. The background says, claim your light. Victory is a vibe. Exactly. That's why I feel as if you accomplished this lesson. You know, a new lesson is about to emerge. A new cycle is going to emerge because you have completed this lesson. Six of Wands, you won a victory. People recognize you. You worked hard to get where you're at. Okay? The light is shining on you and you're moving forward in your journey. You're not stuck. You're not stagnant, you know, because you completed this lesson. You overcame and healed and learned a lot from this. Okay? So well done, fire signs. Let me know if that resonates. Follow for more.